here with me now to discuss GOP pollster Chris Wilson. Tammy Bruce is back with us as well. Chris, the stakes are very high. Now, Congressman Marsha Blackburn has been coming on very strong in the most recent polls, only 3 points behind a very popular ex-governor in that state. She was double digits behind before. That momentum coupled with this Trump visit, do you think that will be enough to get her this victory?
Well, this is Donald Trump at his absolute best. And reading about this rally and the lead up to it, it's remarkable that you think that the enthusiasm for these rallies has not really waned since 2016. I mean, there were kids lined up and sleeping outdoors as yesterday to get into this rally, been waiting for hours in the rain. And so, yeah, I do think it's probably one of the most underreported stories of 2018 is there are 10 Senate seats that are up in states that Donald Trump won, and his ability to go into those states, rally the 2016 Trump voter that gave him his victory, is going to make the difference, not just for the Marsha Blackburns of the world, but for Patrick Morrisey in West Virginia and Kevin Cramer in North Dakota, Josh Hawley in Missouri. I mean, I could go on and on. Like I said, there's 10 of them, and it really is. It's a big deal, and it's going to make a difference in a lot of these races.
And, I think now it's pretty clear, Tammy, when you look at some of the more recent round of voting and primaries, that the GOP, the candidates who are in, those who want to be part of Congress and part of the solution, they've embraced President Trump. You have a lot of non-Trumpers and never-Trumpers who are gracefully exiting the stage, if you will, and those who are running for these seats are all saying, hey, we want to follow the president's policies.
This is what they all had to do. It was clear as the president's numbers not only didn't go down with all the attacks, but were actually increasing. He's remained at the Rasmussen Daily poll between 49 to 51%. Very strong position. At the same time, this is, of course, the race in Tennessee to replace Bob Corker, who has not taken a position. That is an attitude.
Didn't he say something, I support the Republican nominee, something to that effect? Did he tweet it? I mean, it's not a full-throated endorsement.
It's
sure.
Maybe it'll become a bit stronger, but what they need is Donald Trump. Him going there, this will make the difference. Tennessee is a great state. It saved us from Al Gore. They know what they're doing, look, his presence there matters, and they voted for him for a reason. All these other states do. They know they're at the heart of knowing what needs to change in the country, and this kind of a race is key to that.
Chris, also, I think maybe it's become pretty clear to the Republicans on the local level, you still have to run candidates that can win general elections, and we saw that in West Virginia and in a couple of other places after a couple of well-known fiascos.
Well, you're right. And I'll tell you, what your point earlier was about turnout increasing in these states is really, it's another underreported story because the Republicans who are winning these nominations, again, Patrick Morrisey in West Virginia, where Republican turnout was up substantially over 2014, and then Mike Braun in Indiana against Morrisey, where again, you saw Republican turnout up. You've seen Republican turnout increase in Texas, where Democrats had the lowest turnout in their history just last Tuesday.
How do you account for all the money that the Democrat who's running against Ted Cruz is raising? Is that outside money?
I'll tell you this. It's outside money. It's Act Blue. It's a strong fundraising network they built. But every dime that goes to Beto O'Rourke in Texas is a dime that is taken away from Joe Manchin and Heidi Heitkamp and John Tester. So really what you see is the Texas Democrat cannibalizing other Democrats. And if I was the Democrat Senatorial Committee right now, I'd be pretty upset about it because it is jeopardizing their chance to protect their incumbents. But you know what? I'm not going to give them advice.
All right. So, Tammy, what about